Hi, welcome to week 5. Okay, so now we're going to move on to something a little bit different for you. We're going to introduce you to hospital settings. So in the next few weeks, we're going to look at the places that healthcare is delivered and some of the common terms associated with that. Most people do have some familiarity with hospitals, and you can visualize the purpose of a hospital. And that primary purpose is to provide care and services for the community. Every hospital has similar features, but how they are organized and how they are delivered can vary, and they're also dependent on many variables such as what type of hospital, what kind of purpose does it serve, and where it's located. There are 2 critical pieces of information for this week that I want you to pay attention to. The first is the organization and roles of the persons who deliver care in the hospital. And one of those is the governing board. Now, the governing board does not deliver care, but they are overall responsible for the functioning of that facility. And governing boards are an unpaid position. It's a service to that hospital. And what they do is they oversee the hiring of key staff and are responsible for the overall direction of the hospital. So I spend quite a bit of time talking about the governing board. The second area I want you to look at is the medical staff. Some hospitals actually employ physicians and others do not. The physicians may work in a clinic setting, and they may formally have the right to admit patients to a hospital setting, but they may not be employees of that facility. In this case, when a physician is not an employee, that physician is the attending physician who has clinical privileges to provide direction and oversight to the care of that patient while they are hospitalized. It's important to understand this distinction as it is 2 separate functions. So the governing board and the medical staff are 2 different functions, but both are vital to the success of a hospital setting. The hospital staff follows the orders and directions for patient care by the physician who is on that medical staff and who may or may not be an employee. So this week you have 2 discussion posts, your assignments and the self-assessment to complete. This week we're talking about hospitals, and then next week we're going to talk about outpatient settings, and the week after that it'll be long-term care. So welcome to this week. As always, let me know if you have any questions, and I hope everything is going really well for you. Take care.